Hey everyone, welcome back to Unlock Desire. Have you ever imagined a reality where someone can't help but think of you constantly, where your absence creates an undeniable craving for your presence? Imagine them sitting there, lost in their thoughts, unable to focus on anything else because every single moment without you feels like an eternity. The space between your interactions is filled with longing, anticipation, and the overwhelming desire to hear your voice again. This isn't just a fantasy, my friends. It's a reality you can create for yourself. Today, we're diving into a strategy so compelling, so deeply rooted in the art of control, that it can make your absence more powerful than any presence. What I'm talking about is mastering the art of strategic withdrawal. It's not about playing games or manipulating people. No, it's about understanding your own intrinsic worth so deeply that your absence becomes the most powerful message you can send. Picture this. They're thinking about you constantly, not just because they miss you, but because your very essence is something they can't stop craving. Your energy, your value, it lingers in their mind long after you've stepped away. In the world of Stoicism, we learn that the power of absence is just as important, if not more, than the power of presence. As Seneca wisely put it, to make them miss you, you must give them the gift of your absence. This concept is more than just an old saying. It's a principle that can change the way people perceive you. Imagine stepping back just enough to leave them feeling your absence, a void that only you could ever fill. It's in that silence, that moment of nothingness, that your value is truly amplified. They begin to recognize what your presence meant to them, the conversations, the energy, the way your very being shaped their thoughts and emotions. It's in this space that you become unforgettable. Now, before we jump into the Stoic secrets of creating this magnetic presence, I want to issue a challenge. This isn't just about listening, it's about taking action. If you're ready to step into your power and let your silence become your loudest statement, drop a comment below with the phrase, "Calm is my superpower." This isn't just a slogan, it's a declaration of your strength, your unshakable resolve, and your commitment to becoming the kind of person who makes their absence more powerful than their presence. It's time to show the world, and most importantly, yourself, that you are stepping up in a way that will leave an unforgettable impact, even when you're not around. Let's pause and reflect for a moment. Have you ever wondered why some people can't stop thinking about someone, even when that person isn't physically there? What's the secret behind that constant, almost obsessive thought? It's not coincidence, and it's certainly not luck. It's a set of principles, a mindset, and a mastery of the mind that makes you linger in their thoughts, often without even trying. And the best part? You can learn to harness these same skills to make someone think about you long after you've left their presence. The mind is a fascinating thing. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The mind naturally focuses on what is unresolved, what stands out, what leaves a lasting impression. So when someone encounters an experience that's deeply meaningful and just a bit mysterious, something that resonates on a deeper level, they can't help but replay it over and over again in their minds. It becomes a puzzle they want to solve, an impression they can't shake. And this is why strategic withdrawal works so well. It's like planting a seed in their mind, and in your absence, it grows into something that constantly draws them back to you. But here's the key. It's not just about stepping away. It's about making that absence feel profound. It's about creating moments that matter, interactions that are so meaningful that they remain with someone long after you've left. Imagine crafting your presence in such a way that every conversation, every interaction, becomes something they replay in their mind over and over, like a song they can't stop humming. You leave behind traces of yourself, emotional imprints, that echo in their thoughts, making you unforgettable even in your silence. So, if you're ready to learn the Stoic secrets behind this kind of magnetic presence, stay tuned. The journey ahead is about more than just attracting attention. It's about becoming the kind of person whose absence is more powerful than anyone else's presence. Let's begin. That's the true power of mastering these skills, the kind of skills that are grounded in ancient Stoic philosophy, deep human psychology, and an understanding of the subtle dynamics that govern our relationships. As we dive into these 10 skills today, I want you to ask yourself one crucial question. What are you doing to make yourself unforgettable? Because, as we'll discover, it's not just about being a presence in their life. It's about becoming a presence in their thoughts, in a way that feels effortless, yet magnetic. By the time we finish, you'll be armed with the tools to ensure that when you're not around, they're constantly wondering what you're doing, thinking, and when they'll see you again. This isn't just about having an impact in the moment. It's about leaving an imprint on their mind that lingers, even after you've walked away. Let's dive in and start this journey of turning your presence into an unforgettable memory. 1. Self-control, the power of calm. Let's jump into the first skill that will make you impossible to forget. Self-control. Now, I know what you're thinking. Self-control. Really? Let's jump into the first skill that will make you impossible to forget. Self-control. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a dry topic, but bear with me for a moment, because mastering self-control is like unlocking a superpower that not only changes your life, but makes you stand out in ways you never thought possible. When you master self-control, you're no longer a mere player reacting to life. You're the one shaping the narrative, guiding the energy, and dictating the course of events. Trust me, nothing makes you more unforgettable than being that one person who remains calm, composed, and unwavering, no matter what chaos is happening around you. Let's take a moment to reflect on what Seneca once said. You have power over your anger. If you choose to control it, it will serve you. This piece of Stoic wisdom lies at the heart of self-control. Now picture this. You're caught in the middle of a heated argument, emotions are running wild, and the other person is expecting you to lose your cool. But instead of rising to the bait, you take a deep breath, center yourself, and respond thoughtfully with a level head. That moment, right there, is pure gold. It's unexpected, it's powerful, and it's the kind of thing that sticks with people long after the conversation is over. Because here's the thing, people are naturally drawn to those who can keep their calm in the storm. Think about it. How often have you been impressed by someone who loses their temper or spirals into chaoses? Probably never, right? But the person who stays calm, the one who doesn't let external drama disturb their inner peace, that person stays with you. You can't help but think, how do they do that? What makes them so different? And that's exactly what we're after here. Becoming the person who is so memorable for their calmness that it becomes impossible for anyone to forget you. Now picture this. You're at a high-pressure work meeting. Deadlines are approaching, tensions are rising, and everyone is feeling the weight of the moment. But you're sitting there, calm as can be, offering solutions and not letting the stress get to you. Your colleagues notice your composure, and suddenly they start thinking about how you manage to stay so grounded. Now, you're not just another face in the crowd. You're the person they seek out when they need advice or face their own challenges. That's the power of self-control. It makes you unforgettable, it makes you influential, and most importantly, it makes you the kind of person they think about long after the moment has passed. And hey, let's inject a little humor here, because life is too short to be serious all the time. Have you ever tried to stay calm when your favorite sports team is losing? Yeah, that's a real test of self-control. But seriously, in every aspect of life, whether it's handling stress at work, navigating tough conversations in relationships, or even staying patient in traffic, your ability to remain calm gives you a power that others don't have. It's like having a superpower that makes you stand out, and that's what makes you unforgettable. He who is not a slave to his emotions is the master of his life. This quote speaks volumes, because when you master your emotions, you master your interactions. And when you master your interactions, you leave a lasting impression. People will think about you because they admire your strength, your poise, and your ability to stay grounded no matter the storm surrounding you. So here's your challenge. The next time you find yourself in a situation where your self-control is put to the test, pause, take a deep breath, stay calm, and observe how others react. I guarantee you'll notice something amazing. They'll start thinking about you differently, and that shift will be rooted in respect, admiration, and yes, a bit of envy. Your calm presence will stay with them long after the situation is over, and you'll leave an indelible mark in their mind that's impossible to erase. Self-control isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about learning how to channel them in a way that empowers you, turning every feeling into a tool for growth and influence. When you master self-control, you're not just someone people think of occasionally. You become someone they can't forget, someone who commands respect and admiration. You become the person whose presence lingers long after you've left, whose influence is felt even when you're not around. So, go out there and let your calm, controlled demeanor be the reason they can't stop thinking about you. Imagine them replaying the way you handled a tough situation, or admired your steady composure in chaos. It's those moments that make you unforgettable. And here's the challenge. If you're ready to master the power of self-control and become the person everyone remembers for their calm, drop a comment below with the words, "Calm is my superpower." Let's see who's ready to harness the power of calmness and step into their true, unforgettable self. Ready to transform your presence? Let's get started. 2. Rational decision-making, the key to being unforgettable. Now, let's move on to the second skill that will ensure they think about you non-stop. Rational decision-making. I know, this may sound a bit like we're venturing into the land of robots and spreadsheets, but bear with me. Rational decision-making isn't just about cold, detached logic. It's about making thoughtful, meaningful decisions that not only benefit you, but also leave a lasting impression on everyone around you. It's the kind of skill that turns you into the calm center in the middle of life's storm. Steady, reliable, and someone people can't help but think about long after the moment has passed. Marcus Aurelius once wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This quote perfectly captures the essence of rational decision-making. When you think clearly, you decide clearly. Those decisions ripple out, influencing everything around you and creating an impression that's nearly impossible to ignore. Imagine this. You're in a situation where everyone is scrambling to make a quick decision. Maybe it's a crucial work project, an urgent family matter, or even something as simple as where to go for dinner. While the others rush, act impulsively, or follow the crowd, you take a step back. You consider the options, weigh the pros and cons, and think about the long-term impact. Your decision isn't a rash choice. It's a well-calculated move that shows you're thinking not just about the now, but about what's to come. When people witness you making smart, thoughtful choices, they start to trust you. They begin to see you as someone they can rely on, someone whose judgment is solid, and whose choices consistently lead to success. That's the kind of impression that sticks with people. And guess what? They'll start to think, I wonder what they'd do in this situation. And just like that, you've become a constant presence in their mind. Let's lighten the mood for a second. Imagine you're out with friends, debating where to grab a bite. Everyone's throwing out ideas, but no one can agree. You step in and suggest a place that takes everyone's preferences into account, and suddenly, decision made. Everyone's happy. You didn't just contribute, you took charge. And because of that, the night was a success. You're not just another face in the group anymore. You're the person they look to when things need to get done. It may seem like a small thing, but those little rational decisions have the power to shape your interactions in powerful ways. And here's the thing. Rational decision-making isn't just about the big life-altering moments. It's also about the small, everyday choices that build up over time, whether it's how you allocate your time, manage your finances, or approach relationships. Being someone who consistently makes well-thought-out decisions is rare and valuable. It makes you the person everyone turns to for advice, guidance, and perspective. You become the calm, clear-headed voice they seek in the chaos of their own lives. Take another nugget of wisdom from Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This isn't just a call to action. It's a reminder that rational decision-making isn't something to talk about. It's something to live. By making thoughtful decisions, you don't just benefit yourself. You set an example for others, showing them how to navigate life with wisdom and clarity. You become the person they admire, the person they think about when they face their own tough choices. And your ability to remain rational, even under pressure, makes you unforgettable. You're the calm in the storm, the voice of reason in the madness. So here's a little challenge for you. The next time you're faced with a decision, whether it's big or small, take a moment to pause. Breathe, think, and consider the impact of your decision, not just on you, but on everyone involved. Watch how people react when you choose wisely. Notice how their respect for you deepens, how they start to see you in a new light. Soon enough, you'll find that they're thinking about you more often, not just because of your decisions, but because of the clarity, confidence, and calm you bring to their lives. And if you're ready to start mastering rational decision-making and leaving an unforgettable impression, drop a comment below with the words, "I choose wisely." Let's see who's ready to take control of their choices, make smart decisions, and become the person everyone turns to when they need clear, rational thinking. Your moment is now. Let's go. 3. Resilience in adversity, the strength that leaves a lasting impression. Let's dive into one of the most powerful skills that will make people think about you long after the moment has passed. Resilience in adversity. We hear the word resilience tossed around a lot, but do we truly understand its transformative power? More importantly, how can harnessing this skill make you unforgettable? Let's explore how bouncing back from life's toughest challenges with grace and strength can cement your place in others' hearts and minds. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." These words cut right to the core of resilience. Life throws us curveballs, some big, some small, but it's how we rise from them that truly defines us. Imagine this. You've just been hit with a tough blow. Maybe it's a job loss, a breakup, or a major setback in your personal or professional life. The weight of the situation might pull many down, keeping them stuck in the mud, but not you. You breathe in, gather your strength, and take action, even if it's just one small, brave step at a time. That's the essence of resilience. It's not about avoiding hardship. It's about showing up stronger every time life knocks you down. And here's the magic. When people see your ability to bounce back, they don't just forget about it. It sticks with them. They can't help but admire your inner strength and resolve, thinking, how do they do it? How do they keep going no matter what? Your resilience becomes a point of fascination. It's a trait people reflect on long after they've witnessed it. They start to wonder what you're made of. Spoiler alert, it's grit, determination, and the wisdom of centuries-old Stoic philosophy. To lighten things up a bit, think of those inflatable punching bags that pop right back up no matter how hard you hit them. That's resilience in a nutshell. Life may try to knock you down, but you get right back up, stronger each time. The more you rise, the more people start to wonder, what makes them so unshakable? They want to know your secret, and the secret is simple. You don't just survive the hardships, you thrive in them. Marcus Aurelius, another legendary Stoic, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles aren't roadblocks to you. They're opportunities to prove your resilience. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone, propelling you forward. And this kind of mindset? It's magnetic. People can't help but admire it. They start thinking, what would they do in my situation? How do they stay so strong when everything's falling apart? Let me paint a picture. You're leading a crucial project at work. Everything's falling apart. Deadlines are tight. Your team is stressed, and tempers are rising. But instead of succumbing to the pressure, you remain calm. You rally the team. You find solutions, and you keep morale high. In the end, it's your resilience that everyone remembers. The way you handled the adversity made them see you as not just a colleague, but as a leader, someone who rises above, even when the odds are stacked against you. Resilience isn't just about surviving tough times. It's about becoming better, stronger, and more determined with every challenge you face. This ability to overcome, to turn adversity into growth, is what makes you unforgettable. People don't just remember those who succeed. They remember those who succeed despite the odds. Here's your challenge. The next time life hands you a curveball, face it head on. Embrace resilience, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Let them see that no matter how tough things get, you're tougher. Watch how people start to think about you differently, not just as someone who has faced struggles, but as someone who thrives in the face of adversity. When they find themselves in difficult situations, they'll think, if they can handle it, so can I. And if you're ready to start mastering resilience in adversity and make an unforgettable impression, drop a comment below with the words, "I rise stronger." Let's see who's ready to turn life's greatest challenges into their most powerful strengths. It's time to step into the person everyone turns to when they need a little inspiration. Let's rise together. This version seeks to infuse more emotional depth, provide relatable imagery, and include specific scenarios that amplify the power of resilience. The challenge and call to action encourage engagement, motivating viewers to connect with the message personally. The power of mindful presence making every moment matter. When you wake up in the morning, take a moment to pause and reflect on how incredible it is to be alive, to feel, to think, to love. Marcus Aurelius said it best. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. His words remind us of the beauty of every second we're granted. But let's be real, how often do we truly appreciate that beauty? How often are we actually present in our interactions, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally? Picture this. You're in a conversation with someone, and instead of glancing at your phone or checking your watch every few seconds, you're fully engaged. You're not just hearing their words, you're truly listening. You make eye contact, nod thoughtfully, and your responses show you understand exactly what they're saying. This kind of presence isn't just rare, it's transformative. It makes people feel seen, heard, and valued in a way that most of us yearn for, but rarely experience. Here's where it gets real. Have you ever been in a conversation where the other person is clearly zoning out, glancing at their phone, or looking around the room? You've probably felt like you were talking to a brick wall. It's frustrating, isn't it? But when someone gives you their undivided attention, when they lean in, engage, and actually listen, it feels powerful. It feels like you matter. That's the impact you want to have on others. When you're truly present, you leave a mark, not just on their memory, but on their heart. As one of my good friends once put it, the ability to be in the present moment is a major component of mental wellness. When you master mindful presence, you don't just enhance your own well-being, you enrich the lives of those around you. People won't just think of you as someone they chatted with. They'll remember you as the person who made them feel important, understood, and appreciated. And that, my friends, is a power that lingers long after you've parted ways. Let's add a little humor to this, shall we? We all know the feeling when someone pretends to listen while their mind is somewhere else. It's like trying to talk to a wall, and let's be honest, the wall might even be a better listener. But imagine how much more memorable it is when you're the one giving your full attention, showing that you truly care. That's the type of connection that stands out. Here's your challenge. The next time you're with someone, put down the distractions, your phone, your thoughts, whatever it is that pulls you away from the moment, and give them your full attention. Watch how it changes the dynamic. Watch how they respond to you. You'll be amazed at how much stronger your connection becomes when you're fully there. And if you're ready to take this challenge and master mindful presence, drop a comment below with the words, "I'm fully here." Let's see who's ready to be that rare person who's not just physically present, but mentally and emotionally engaged in a world that often feels like it's slipping into distraction. Now, let's talk about the next skill that will make you unforgettable: emotional regulation. But that's a story for another time. So stay tuned, because the more present you are now, the more powerful your journey to becoming unforgettable will be. In this version, the emotional impact is heightened through vivid imagery and relatable examples. The humor and challenge prompt engage the audience, motivating them to experience the value of mindful presence firsthand. The message is clear. Being present is a skill that leaves an indelible mark on others. Virtuous living. Become the person who leaves a lasting impact. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." That statement cuts straight to the heart of virtuous living. It's not about talking about how great you could be or should be. It's about showing up day after day as the person who lives according to their highest principles, even when it's tough. It's about choosing integrity in every situation, especially when no one's watching. Imagine this. You're faced with an opportunity to cut a corner, to take the easy way out. Most people would think, why not? No one will know. But you stand firm in your values. No shortcuts, no compromise. You choose what's right, even when it's difficult. And guess what happens? People notice. They may not say it aloud, but they're thinking, that's impressive. That takes guts. That moment sticks with them. It leaves a mark on their mind long after the conversation or situation has passed. Living with integrity, even when it's hard, is like planting seeds of respect and admiration in the hearts of those around you. These seeds don't stay small for long. They grow into strong thoughts and impressions. People start to associate your name with trustworthiness, reliability, and honor. They'll remember you as someone who always does what's right, no matter the cost. And that, my friends, is the kind of reputation that makes you unforgettable. Here's the challenge. Next time you face a choice between the easy way and the virtuous way, make the right choice. Pause for a moment and really think about how it feels to stay true to your values. As you do, notice how others react. The more you align your actions with your integrity, the more you'll see how people remember you, not just for what you do, but for who you are. And trust me, that's the type of person people think about long after the moment is over. If you're ready to embrace virtuous living and leave a lasting impression, drop a comment below with the words, I choose virtue. Let's see who's ready to become the person who leads by example, who stands out for their integrity, and who leaves a powerful, positive impact on everyone they meet. Acceptance of what is, the strength of embracing reality. Now let's explore our seventh skill that will make you unforgettable. Acceptance of what is. At first you might think, acceptance? Does that mean I just let life happen to me without fighting for what I want? Absolutely not. In the Stoic sense, acceptance isn't about surrendering to life's challenges passively. It's about facing reality head-on, accepting it as it is, and choosing how to respond with grace. It's about finding peace in the present moment, even when it's difficult. Consider this. The next time life throws a wrench in your plans, maybe a project at work hits a dead end, or a relationship isn't panning out the way you expected, how do you respond? Most people would panic, resist, or try to force things to go their way. But not you. You take a deep breath, acknowledge the situation, and calmly focus on what you can control. This kind of composure is magnetic. It's the kind of calm that others can't help but admire. People begin to notice your ability to stay grounded and focused, no matter the chaos around you. They start thinking, how does this person stay so calm? How do they keep moving forward, even when things go wrong? There's something powerful about accepting what is, what's out of your control, and choosing to invest your energy where it truly counts. In your response, your actions, and your ability to maintain peace of mind. As Friedrich Nietzsche once said, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. When you can accept the challenges that life throws your way, you become stronger, more resilient, and more admirable. You show people that obstacles don't define you. Your response to them does. And that's something that sticks with people. Here's a challenge for you. Next time life throws you a curveball, whether it's a flat tire, a work crisis, or something unexpected, pause. Take a deep breath and accept the situation for what it is, then focus on what you can do next. Watch how others respond to your calm acceptance, and see how they start thinking about you as the person who handles life with grace, no matter what. If you're ready to embrace acceptance of what is and make an unforgettable impression, drop a comment below with the words, "I accept what is." Let's see who's ready to take on life's challenges with strength, resilience, and poise, becoming the person who is always admired for how they handle whatever comes their way. This rewrite brings out the emotional power of virtuous living and acceptance. By connecting personal values and real-life examples, it paints a vivid picture of how choosing integrity and embracing reality can leave a lasting impression, encouraging the audience to take action and join the journey. Purposeful action. Make every move count and leave a lasting mark. Let's dive into the 8th skill that will have them thinking about you. Non-stop. Purposeful action. Now, you might be thinking, what does that really mean? Simply put, it's about living your life with intention, making every move count. Instead of just reacting to whatever life throws at you, you're actively choosing your path. Every decision you make is purposeful, and when people see that you're living with purpose, they can't help but take notice. It sticks with them. They start to see that your every move is meaningful, and suddenly you're unforgettable. Imagine this scenario. You're working on a project. Instead of just doing what's necessary to get through the day, you approach each task with intent. You know exactly why you're doing it, and you're crystal clear about the outcome you want. Whether it's a small task or a major responsibility, you're invested, and it shows. Your colleagues start to notice that you're not just passing through the motions, you're on a mission. They can feel the energy and focus you bring to everything you do. Your deliberate action makes them think, wow, they really know what they're doing. And before you know it, you're the person they turn to for advice, guidance, and inspiration. This wisdom from Epictetus sums it up perfectly. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Purposeful action isn't about being busy for the sake of it. It's about being intentional. When you align every move with your goals, you become a force that others can't ignore. You're not drifting aimlessly. You're carving a path that's uniquely yours, and that's something people can't forget. Here's the deal. Living with purpose means that everything you do carries weight. It's not just about crossing things off a to-do list. It's about creating an impact, and that impact sticks with others long after your interaction ends. It's not just your actions they remember. It's the feeling you leave behind, the sense that you are a person with a plan, and every move you make is part of that vision. People are drawn to it, and that makes you unforgettable. So here's a challenge for you. The next time you set out to do something, ask yourself, what's my purpose in this? Notice how that simple shift in mindset changes your energy and the way others respond to you. If you're ready to make every action count, drop a comment below with the words, "I move with purpose." Let's see who's ready to stop drifting and start making an impact that sticks. Gratitude for the present, the secret that makes you unforgettable. Now let's talk about the 9th skill that will make them think about you non-stop. Gratitude for the present. You might be wondering, gratitude? Really? How is that going to make me unforgettable? But let me tell you, gratitude is like a superpower that most people overlook. It's the ability to appreciate the here and now, no matter what's going on. And when you master this, you'll radiate a positivity that is magnetic to everyone around you. Picture this. You're having a conversation with someone. Instead of complaining about what's going wrong or stressing about the future, you focus on the good things happening right now. You're genuinely grateful for the moment, for the connection, for the small joys in life. And guess what happens? You're no longer just another person in the room. You become a breath of fresh air. People start thinking, wow, This person brings something special to the table. You've made them feel valued and appreciated, and that's a feeling they won't forget. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. That quote hits home, doesn't it? When you live with gratitude for the present moment, you're not only content, you become powerful. You show others that happiness isn't something to chase down. It's something you create by appreciating what's right in front of you. This is the kind of energy people remember. They'll start thinking, I wish I could be as at peace with the present moment as they are. And just like that, you're living rent-free in their minds. Let's lighten it up a bit. Have you ever noticed how much happier dogs seem than humans? They're not stressing about the past or the future. They're just happy to be alive in the moment. Be the human version of that dog. When you show gratitude for the present, you not only feel better yourself, but you also create an environment of positivity that's contagious. People can't help but be drawn to it. So here's a challenge for you. Next time you're in a conversation or even just going about your day, take a moment to appreciate the present. Look around, take a deep breath, and notice what's good right now. See how it changes the way you feel and the way others react to you. And if you're ready to become the person who lives in the moment and radiates that positivity, drop a comment below with the words, I live in gratitude. Let's see who's ready to embrace the present and make an unforgettable impact just by appreciating life as it is. In these rewrites, I've enhanced the emotional appeal and added engaging examples to showcase the practical benefits of purposeful action and gratitude. The challenges at the end of each section create a sense of engagement, making it more interactive for the viewers. This not only increases the likelihood of their participation, but also reinforces the value of these practices in a relatable and memorable way. The power of mastering. Self-control. Your secret to being unforgettable. Let's talk about the first skill that will leave them thinking about you non-stop. Self-control. Now, I can already hear you thinking, self-control. Really? That sounds so basic. But stick with me, because mastering self-control is like unlocking a secret superpower in the game of life. Think about it. When you have self-control, you aren't just reacting to the world around you. You're the one shaping it. And guess what? People can't help but think about you when you're the one who remains calm, composed, and in control, no matter how chaotic the world gets. Imagine this. You're in the middle of a heated argument. Tempers are flaring, emotions are running high, and the other person is practically daring you to lose your cool. But instead of following suit, you take a moment, breathe deeply, and respond with a level head. That's the kind of moment that sticks with people. It's unexpected. It's powerful. You've just shown them that you're not like everyone else. You're the eye of the storm, calm, steady, and completely unshaken. This moment will stay with them because, let's face it, people are naturally drawn to those who can stay cool under pressure. Think about it. When was the last time you were impressed by someone who completely lost control? Probably never. But the person who doesn't let the chaos of the world shake them, that's the person you remember. That's the person you look up to. The one who has an effortless way of maintaining their composure, no matter what the situation. That's the person who makes you wonder, how do they do that? And that's exactly what we want to achieve. We want to become so unforgettable in our calmness that they can't stop thinking about you long after the moment is over. Let's bring this to life with a real-world example. You're in a high-stakes work meeting. Deadlines are looming. The pressure is on, and everyone around you is stressed and scrambling. But there you are, sitting back calmly, offering clear solutions and not allowing the stress to get to you. Your colleagues notice it. They can't help but think about how you're holding it together so effortlessly. Suddenly, you're not just another face in the crowd. You're the person they turn to when they need advice, when they're facing their own challenges, and when they need someone to look to for leadership. That's the power of self-control. It makes you memorable. It makes you influential. And most importantly, it makes you someone people think about long after the meeting is ended. Here's a little humor to lighten things up. Ever tried to stay calm when your favorite sports team is losing? Now that's a real test of self-control. But seriously, whether it's handling pressure at work, managing conflict in a relationship, or keeping your cool in traffic, your ability to stay calm in tough situations is what makes you stand out. It's like having an invisible superpower that others don't have. And that's exactly what makes you unforgettable. He who is not a slave to his emotions is the master of his life. This quote sums it all up perfectly. When you master your emotions, you master your life. And when you master your interactions with others, you leave a lasting impression. People will think about you because they admire your strength, your composure, and your ability to stay grounded no matter what life throws your way. They'll see you as someone who has it all together, and that's something they'll respect, remember, and yes, even envy. So here's your challenge. The next time you find yourself in a situation that tests your self-control, whether it's a heated conversation, a stressful deadline, or just a frustrating moment, take a deep breath. Stay calm. Observe how others respond. I promise you'll notice them thinking about you differently, respectfully, admiringly, and maybe even with a touch of envy, because the more you master your calmness, the more unforgettable you become. In this rewrite, I've worked to create a deeper emotional connection by adding real-life examples, humor, and relatable experiences that reinforce the value of mastering self-control. I've also highlighted how this skill directly influences how others perceive and remember you, ensuring the audience feels the importance of this ability in a way that resonates. The challenge at the end further invites engagement, giving the audience a chance to reflect and take action. Purposeful action. Make every move count and leave a lasting mark. Let's dive into the 8th skill that will have them thinking about you non-stop. Purposeful action. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Purposeful action? What does that really mean? Simply put, it's living your life with intention, making every move count. Instead of letting life push you around or reacting passively to whatever comes your way, you take control. You actively choose your path. Every decision you make is deliberate, and when people see that you're living with purpose, they can't help but take notice. It sticks with them. They start to see that every action you take has meaning, and before long, you're unforgettable. Imagine this. You're working on a project. Instead of just checking items off your to-do list or going through the motions, you approach each task with intent. You know exactly why you're doing it, and you're crystal clear about the outcome you want. Whether it's a small responsibility or a huge undertaking, you're invested, and it shows. Your colleagues start to notice you're not just passing through the day, you're on a mission. They feel the energy and focus you bring to everything you do. Your deliberate action makes them think, wow, they really know what they're doing. And before you know it, you're the person they turn to for advice, guidance, and inspiration. One of my favorite quotes by Epictetus sums it up perfectly. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Purposeful action isn't about being busy for the sake of it. It's about being intentional. When you align every move you make with your goals and values, you become a force to be reckoned with. Someone who is not just moving through life, but carving a path that others can't ignore. You're not drifting aimlessly. You're on a journey with purpose, and that's what people can't forget. Here's the thing. Living with purpose means that everything you do has weight. It's not just about crossing things off your to-do list. It's about making an impact. And when you make an impact, it sticks with others long after your interaction ends. It's not just your actions they'll remember. It's the feeling you leave behind. The sense that you are a person with a clear plan and vision for your life, and every move you make aligns with that vision. People are drawn to that. It's magnetic. And that, my friends, makes you unforgettable. So here's your challenge. The next time you set out to do something, ask yourself, what's my purpose in this? Notice how that simple shift in mindset changes your energy, your actions, and even the way people respond to you. If you're ready to make every move count and leave an indelible mark, drop a comment below with the words, "I move with purpose." Let's see who's ready to stop drifting through life and start making an impact that sticks. Gratitude for the present, the secret that makes you unforgettable. Now let's talk about the ninth skill that will have them thinking about you non-stop. Gratitude for the present. You might be wondering, gratitude? Really? How is that going to make me unforgettable? Let me tell you this. Gratitude is one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, superpowers. It's the ability to appreciate the here and now, no matter what's going on. And when you truly master it, you'll radiate a positivity that draws people to you like a magnet. Picture this. You're having a conversation with someone. Instead of complaining about what's going wrong, stressing about the future, or being distracted by your phone, you focus on the good things happening right here, right now. You express genuine gratitude for the moment, for the connection, for the simple joys of life, and guess what happens? You become that person, the one they can't stop thinking about. You're no longer just another face in the crowd. You become a breath of fresh air. People start thinking, wow, this person brings something special to the table. You've made them feel valued and appreciated, and that feeling? That's unforgettable. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. This quote really hits home. When you live with gratitude for the present, you're not just content. You become powerful. You show others that happiness isn't something to chase after or wait for. It's something you create, right here, right now. And that's the energy that sticks with people. They'll start thinking, I wish I could be as at peace with the present moment as they are. And just like that, you're living rent-free in their minds. Let's lighten it up a bit. Ever notice how much happier dogs seem than humans? They're not stressing about the past or worrying about the future. They're just happy to be alive in the moment, wagging their tails and soaking up the here and now. Be the human version of that dog. When you show gratitude for the present, not only do you feel better, but you also create a ripple effect of positivity that others can't resist. People are drawn to that joy, and they can't help but want more of it in their lives. So here's a challenge for you. The next time you're in a conversation, or even just going about your day, take a moment to truly appreciate the present. Look around you, take a deep breath, and focus on what's good in this very moment. Notice how it shifts your mood, your energy, and how others react to you. If you're ready to become the person who lives in the moment and radiates that positivity, drop a comment below with the words, I live in gratitude. Let's see who's ready to embrace the present and make an unforgettable impact just by appreciating life as it is. In these rewrites, I've elevated the emotional appeal, by adding more vivid and relatable examples, while encouraging deeper reflection and engagement. The challenges at the end invite the audience to connect more actively with the content, ensuring that they feel personally involved in the process of becoming unforgettable. Each section encourages not just understanding, but also applying the concepts in real life, amplifying their impact. Resilience in adversity, the strength that leaves a lasting impression. All right, folks, let's dive into the third skill that will have them thinking about you non-stop: resilience in adversity. Now, I know you've probably heard the word resilience tossed around, but what does it really mean? And more importantly, how does it make you unforgettable? Well, buckle up, because today we're going to uncover how bouncing back from life's toughest challenges with grace and strength can make you the kind of person they can't stop thinking about. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Seneca. This piece of Stoic wisdom really hits home. Life is filled with ups and downs, and it's not the highs that define you. It's how you handle the lows. That's where your true strength lies. Imagine this. You're facing a major setback. Maybe you've just lost your job, gone through a breakup, or hit a serious roadblock in a project you've been working tirelessly on. The world feels heavy, and most people would crumble under the weight of it all. They'd get stuck, lost in the frustration, or maybe give up altogether. But not you. You take a deep breath, brush off the dust, and rise, one small step at a time. That's resilience. It's not about avoiding hardships. It's about how you rise up after you've been knocked down. Here's the kicker. When people see you bounce back from adversity, they remember it. They can't help but think, how do they do it? How do they keep going? Your strength and ability to rise against the odds becomes a point of admiration. They'll reflect on it long after the moment has passed. Let's add a bit of humor here. Have you ever seen one of those inflatable punching bags that bounces back up no matter how hard you hit it? That's resilience in a nutshell. Life knocks you down, but you just keep popping back up. Eventually, people start to wonder, what's their secret? What keeps them going? The answer? It's grit, determination, and a little bit of Stoic wisdom we all need. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius. This quote reminds us that obstacles aren't just roadblocks, they're opportunities for growth. When you face adversity head-on, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. And let me tell you, that mindset is magnetic. It draws people in, makes them think about you during their own struggles, and they find themselves asking, what would they do in this situation? Picture this. You're knee-deep in a high-stress project at work. Everything is going wrong. Your team's frustrated, the deadline is looming, and the tension in the room is almost unbearable. But instead of panicking or letting the stress get the better of you, you remain calm and take charge. You step in with solutions, keep everyone focused, and raise the team's morale. When the dust settles, it's your resilience that stands out. People will remember how you handled the adversity, and that memory will linger. You won't just be remembered as a colleague. You'll be seen as a leader, someone who can be counted on when things get tough. Resilience isn't just about surviving the hard times. It's about showing others that adversity doesn't define you. It refines you. With every challenge, you become stronger, wiser, and more determined. And that's exactly what makes you unforgettable. People don't just remember the ones who succeed. They remember the ones who succeed despite the odds. You become a symbol of strength and perseverance that sticks in their minds. So here's a challenge for you. The next time life throws a curveball your way, embrace it. Show resilience, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Let them see that no matter how tough the situation gets, you're tougher. And watch how people begin to think about you, not just as someone who's been through hardships, but as someone who thrives in them. If you're ready to master resilience and make an unforgettable impression, drop a comment below with the words, "I rise stronger." Let's see who's ready to turn life's challenges into their greatest strengths and become the person everyone looks to for inspiration. In this rewrite, I've expanded on the emotional power of resilience by weaving in more vivid and relatable examples. The humor adds a touch of lightness, but the message still packs a punch. The quote from Marcus Aurelius and the imagery of bouncing back help anchor the content in wisdom, while the challenge at the end invites viewers to actively engage and reflect on their own resilience. This not only reinforces the value of resilience, but also ensures the message sticks with the audience long after they've finished watching. Mindful presence, the power of being fully there. Let's take a moment to reflect on one of the most powerful skills you can master, to make people think about you long after your interaction. Mindful presence. In a world where everyone is distracted by phones, emails, and endless to-do lists, being truly present with someone is like offering a rare gift. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, don't just roll out of bed. Feel the privilege of being alive, of being able to think, to enjoy, to love. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This quote isn't just about gratitude, it's a call to appreciate the beauty of each moment. And here's the thing, when you embrace this mindset, you bring that beauty into your interactions, making every moment count. Picture this. You're having a conversation with someone, and instead of mindlessly scrolling through your phone or zoning out while thinking about your next meeting, you're fully engaged. You're not just hearing their words, you're absorbing them. You're making eye contact, nodding along, and responding in ways that show you truly understand what they're saying. You're fully there. This kind of presence is rare. People feel it. They notice when you're really listening, and they remember it. You're not just another person in their day. You've become someone who made them feel seen and valued. Now, let's add a bit of humor here. Have you ever been in a conversation where you could tell the other person wasn't even listening? Maybe they were distracted by their phone or were looking around the room while you spoke. It's like trying to talk to a wall. We've all been there. But then, think about those rare moments when someone gives you their full attention. It feels amazing, right? Like you're the most important person in the room. That's exactly the kind of feeling you want to leave with others. When you're fully present, you make a lasting impact because they will remember how you made them feel, heard, understood, and appreciated. And trust me, that's powerful. One of my friends once said something that hit home. The ability to be in the present moment is a major component of mental wellness. This is so true. When you're mindfully present, not only do you enhance your own well-being, but you also deepen your connections with others. People will think about you long after your conversation has ended, because you gave them something rare. The gift of being truly present. You made them feel like they mattered, and that feeling stays with them. Here's a little challenge for you. The next time you're with someone, take a break from distractions. Put your phone away, stop thinking about your next task, and give them your full attention. Watch how it changes the dynamic of the conversation. Notice how they respond when they realize you're really there with them. And if you're ready to make a lasting impact through mindful presence and become someone people can't forget, drop a comment below with the words, I'm fully here. Let's see who's ready to embrace the power of being present in a world full of distractions. In this rewrite, I've emphasized the emotional power of mindfulness by describing relatable scenarios and using humor to keep it light, yet impactful. The example of fully engaging in a conversation brings the concept to life, while the challenge at the end invites the audience to take action and reflect on their own experiences. This helps reinforce the value of being mindfully present and ensures the message resonates deeply with the viewers. Virtuous living, the power of integrity and living your values. Imagine this: you're at a crossroads in life, and the path ahead seems lined with shortcuts. The temptation to take the easy route is strong. After all, who's going to notice if you bend the rules just a little? But here's where your true character shines. You decide to stand by your principles, to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. You choose to be virtuous, even when it's difficult. And trust me, people notice. They might not say anything, but deep down they're thinking, wow, that takes real courage. And that impression, it sticks. Long after the moment has passed, they're still reflecting on how you made the hard choice, the right choice. And that's the kind of person people can't stop thinking about. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." This couldn't be more accurate. Virtuous living is all about showing up as the best version of yourself, no matter the situation. It's about choosing integrity, even when no one's watching, because that's what builds respect. Imagine a scenario where cutting corners could give you an advantage. Most people would probably take the easy route, but not you. You're the one who stays true to your values, no matter how tempting the shortcut may seem. And trust me, people are watching. They might not say anything in the moment, but they're silently acknowledging your strength. That's the kind of behavior that leaves a lasting impression. Living with integrity creates a ripple effect. It's like planting seeds of trust, respect, and admiration in the minds of those around you. These seeds grow, sprouting into thoughts of you. Whenever your name comes up, they'll say, "That person always does what's right, no matter what." And that reputation, that's what makes you unforgettable. Virtue isn't about being perfect. It's about staying true to your beliefs and aligning your actions with your highest values. When you do this, people will remember you not for your flaws, but for your consistency, your courage, and your strength. Now, I want to challenge you. Next time you're faced with a difficult decision, one where you have to choose between what's easy and what's right, choose virtue. Pay attention to how it feels to live in alignment with your values and notice how others respond. You'll start to see that virtuous living doesn't just make you feel good, it makes you someone others can't stop thinking about. People will admire your integrity, and when they need guidance, they'll think of you as someone who stands firm in their beliefs, someone who can be counted on. And if you're ready to embrace virtuous living and make a lasting impression, drop a comment below with the words, "I choose virtue." Let's see who's ready to live with integrity, stay true to their values, and become someone unforgettable, someone who stands out, not just for their actions, but for their unwavering commitment to what's right. In this rewrite, I've emphasized the emotional and relational power of virtuous living. By painting vivid examples of making tough choices, staying true to one's principles, and planting seeds of respect and trust, the content becomes relatable and engaging. The challenge at the end encourages audience participation, which boosts connection and makes the message more memorable. Purposeful action, make every move count. All right, folks, let's dive into the 8th skill that will have people thinking about you non-stop: purposeful action. Now, I can almost hear you wondering, What does that really mean? It's simple, but powerful. Purposeful action is all about making every move count. Instead of drifting through life, reacting to whatever comes your way, you take intentional, deliberate actions that align with your deepest values and goals. When people see you living with purpose, trust me, it sticks with them. They'll start noticing how every choice you make carries meaning, and before you know it, you're not just another face in the crowd. You become someone they can't stop thinking about. Imagine this scenario. You're working on a project at work or school. Instead of just doing the bare minimum to get by, you approach each task with intention. You're clear on why you're doing it, what the goal is, and what the outcome should be. People around you start to notice. They see you're not just going through the motions, you're on a mission. That kind of energy is magnetic. Suddenly your colleagues or classmates think, wow, they really know what they're doing. You're the one they turn to for advice or inspiration because you've shown them what it means to act with purpose and clarity. And here's a nugget of wisdom. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus. This simple yet powerful quote reminds us that purposeful action isn't about keeping busy for the sake of it. It's about doing things with intention. When you live your life aligned with your goals, you don't just blend in, you stand out. You carve out a path that others can't help but notice, and that leaves an impression. They'll think about you long after the task is over, and that's what makes you unforgettable. Here's the deal. When you live with purpose, you're not just ticking off a to-do list. You're creating an impact. That impact is what keeps people thinking about you. They see your focus, your determination, and your ability to make every move matter. The truth is, purposeful action makes you a force to be reckoned with. It's not about being busy, it's about being intentional. And that's the kind of energy that people remember. So, are you ready to make your actions count? Drop a comment below with the words, I move with purpose. Let's see who's ready to stop going through the motions and start making every move memorable. Gratitude for the present, the secret to being unforgettable. Now, let's talk about the 9th skill that will have people thinking about you non-stop. Gratitude for the present. I know. You might be thinking, gratitude? Really? How could something as simple as that make me unforgettable? But here's the thing. Gratitude is a superpower in disguise. It's the act of appreciating the present moment. And when you master it, you begin to radiate a kind of positivity that's absolutely magnetic. It draws people in, makes them want to be around you, and yes, keeps them thinking about you long after you've gone. Imagine this. You're in a conversation, and instead of complaining about what's going wrong or stressing about what's coming next, you focus on the good right in front of you. You express genuine gratitude for the moment, for the chance to connect, and for the simple joys of life. Suddenly, you're not just another person in the room. You become a breath of fresh air. People start thinking, wow, this person really knows how to appreciate life. They begin to see you not as just someone they're talking to, but as someone who brings light into their day. And that's a quality people remember. Remember this, gratitude turns what we have into enough. That's a reminder that when you're grateful for the present, you're not just content, you're powerful. You show others that happiness isn't something to chase after. It's something you create right here and right now. And that's something people can't forget. They'll find themselves thinking, I wish I could be as content and joyful as they are. And just like that, you're living rent-free in their minds. Let's keep this light. Ever notice how dogs are just so much happier than humans? They're not worrying about tomorrow. They're simply living in the moment with you, enjoying the now. Imagine being the human version of that dog, joyful, present, and deeply thankful for every moment. When you embrace gratitude for the present, you become contagious. People want to be around you because you bring peace and happiness to whatever moment you're in. So here's the challenge. Next time you're with someone, really be present and show gratitude for the here and now. Notice how it shifts the energy, how people start to relax and open up, because you're focused on the moment, not the worries of the future. Drop a comment below with the words, "I'm grateful for now." Let's see who's ready to harness the power of gratitude, radiate positivity, and become someone unforgettable by simply appreciating the present. Gratitude Challenge, a simple way to leave a lasting impression. All right, here's a challenge for you. Next time you're spending time with someone, take a moment to express your gratitude. It doesn't have to be a big production. It could be something as simple as saying, "I'm really glad we're spending time together," or "I really appreciate you being here." That simple act of gratitude can shift the entire energy of the moment. It has the power to make the other person feel valued and seen. Watch how this little gesture opens hearts and leaves a lasting impression. Imagine how much more meaningful your relationships could become by just taking a moment to show your appreciation. I want you to think about it. When was the last time someone expressed genuine gratitude towards you? It likely made you feel good, maybe even unforgettable, right? Now, what if you could be that person, the one who always makes others feel special by recognizing their presence and the value they bring to your life? That's the power of gratitude in action. You may not realize it at first, but when you take a moment to truly appreciate someone, it lingers in their mind long after the moment has passed. They'll remember you for your kindness, your attention, and your ability to make them feel seen. And if you're ready to start practicing gratitude, I want you to take that first step today. Drop a comment below with the words, "Grateful for now." Let's see who's ready to embrace the present and become the person everyone loves to think about. You don't have to do anything extravagant. Just be genuinely grateful for the moment. That's the kind of energy people remember. Emotional intelligence, the hidden secret to being unforgettable. All right, let's talk about the 10th and final skill that will have people thinking about you nonstop. Emotional intelligence. This is one of those powerful tools that can completely transform your relationships, whether personal or professional. But why is it so impactful? It's because emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding your own emotions. It's about understanding and responding to the emotions of others. Imagine having a superpower that allows you to connect with people on a deeper, more meaningful level. It's a game changer, and it will make you unforgettable. Here's a quote that says it all. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Epictetus. Think about it. You're in a heated argument with a friend or partner. Emotions are running high, and everything could quickly spiral out of control. But instead of reacting with frustration or defensiveness, you pause. You take a deep breath and you listen. Not just to the words being said, but to the feelings behind them. You empathize with their perspective, and when you respond, it's thoughtful, measured, and calm. What happens next? The tension starts to dissolve, and a real, meaningful conversation takes place. The other person feels understood, heard, and valued. And trust me, they'll remember that feeling long after the conversation is over. Emotional intelligence isn't about being perfect. It's about being in tune with both your own emotions and the emotions of others. It's about using that insight to foster connection and empathy. Whether you're at work, spending time with friends, or navigating a romantic relationship, when people feel like you truly understand them, they start thinking, wow, they really get me. That's the kind of person who sticks in someone's mind, someone they want to be around, someone they respect and trust. So here's a challenge for you. Next time you're in a conversation, really tune in to the emotions of the other person. Don't just listen to their words. Listen to what they're feeling. Notice how much more connected you feel to them, how much more you understand their perspective. And if you're ready to start mastering emotional intelligence and making a lasting impression, drop a comment below with the words, "I feel you." Let's see who's ready to tap into the power of emotional intelligence and become someone people can't forget. Final words, your journey to becoming unforgettable. So there you have it, folks. 10 powerful Stoic skills that will make you unforgettable. These aren't just random tips. They're tools you can start using today to leave a lasting impression on everyone you meet. Whether it's mastering self-control, taking purposeful action, or embracing emotional intelligence, these skills are what make people think about you long after you've left the room. Here's what I want you to do now. Take one of these skills and apply it in your life today. Whether it's practicing gratitude, being more emotionally aware, or making more purposeful choices, choose one and commit to it. And when you do, come back and share your experience in the comments. We're building a community here, one where we support each other in mastering these Stoic principles and becoming the best version of ourselves. If you found value in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you're joining a group of people dedicated to growth, wisdom, and becoming unforgettable through the power of Stoic philosophy. And remember, if there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this. You have the power to shape how others think about you. Make sure it's unforgettable. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay wise, and keep shining with that unique Stoic grace.